we know that we can take two different words and put them together to make a compound word like sun plus fish equals sunfish, let's see how we're going to write these words because, wow, this can be a lot to write. So the first word that we're going to practice together is sunset. We're going to practice sunset. Now let's take that word and split it up into two words. What are the two words you hear in sunset? I hear sun and I hear set. It has two syllables, sunset. We're going to break this word down into two syllables or both of its words, and we're going to write each word separately. Sunset. The first word we're going to write is sun. Sun. And I think we can do this one. S. You. N. In kindergarten, you don't have to pause right now. You can keep going with me. So we have sun, and remember, we're writing the word sunset. So the next word that we're going to write in sunset is, see, sun, set. Now we're going to write set. And because we're putting two words together to make one word, we're not going to put a finger space. We're just going to keep going. So let's sound out the next part in sun, set, set. S. No finger space because it's one word. Set. S. E. Set. T. So now if we look, we can see how we can read this word too. Oh, kindergarten, we've got a lot going on. So I'm going to scoop my first three sounds. Let's see, I know S says S, U says and N says N. I'm going to scoop my first three sounds. And I'm going to read those first three sounds, okay? Here we go. I scooped my first three sounds. Here we go. S, N, sun. There's my first part of my word, sun. Let's scoop our next three sounds. S, set. So I scooped my next three sounds. Set. Sunset. Sunset. Remember, kindergarten, a compound word is where we take two separate words like sun and fish and we put them together to make one word, sunfish. So we just sounded out sunset together. The next word we're going to sound out is tip-top. Tip-top. Let's see. Tip-top. The first word, the first syllable in our compound word tip-top is tip. I want you to pause the video and just write tip and then come back. Did you write tip? That one's pretty okay to write. Tip. We've been writing words like that for a while. Remember, we are taking two separate words and putting them together to make one word. That's called a compound word. Right now we're practicing writing tip-top. So we wrote the first part, tip, tip. Now we have to write the second part, tip-top. Top is our second part. Okay, remember, no finger space because it's one long word. Tip-top. Go write top in this spot. Did you write top? Remember, no finger space. We're taking two separate words and we're putting them together to make one word, a compound word. Okay, let's practice reading this one, okay? We're going to look at our first three sounds and we're going to scoop them, our first three sounds. One, tip. I'm going to scoop that one. Let's see if I can find my next three sounds. Those are my next three sounds. So now I know what I need to read. I read these three sounds together and then I read these 3 sounds together, and then I can put both of those words together. Let's practice. T-ip, tip. Okay, that right there is the word tip. Let's do the next one. T-op, top. That one's top. Together they are tip-top. The tip-top of the mountain. I'm going to go to the tip-top of the mountain. Okay, I want you to practice writing a compound word all by yourself. So far we've done sunset together and we've done tip-top together. I want you to try the word tomcat. Tomcat. Remember, sound it out, clap out your syllables first. Tomcat. See what the first word is that you need to write for tomcat. Remember, you're going to take 2 separate words and put them together, okay? I know you can do it. Tomcat. I'll see you when you're done. Did you get tomcat? Let's check it out. Remember, it's absolutely okay to make mistakes as long as we try and fix them later. It's okay to make mistakes. See, Miss Dollar makes mistakes when she's even talking sometimes. But we can always fix our mistakes later. I don't ever want you to be afraid of making a mistake. That's how our brains grow. Okay, let's check out tomcat. I'm going to look for my first 3 sounds first. Okay. T, aw, Those are my first 3 sounds. T, aw, I'm going to scoop them. Now I'm going to look for my next 3 sounds. K, at. There they are. K, at. I'm going to scoop those. Okay, now I can see if I wrote it correctly. If I read them, if I read each of my words separately, and then if I put them together, they should say tomcat. Let's see. T, aw, Tom. Okay, there's Tom. Let's see the next one. K, at, cat. There's cat. Tomcat. Tomcat. Remember, we are taking 2 separate words and we're putting them together to make a compound word. Kindergarten, this can be tricky and it can seem like it's so much because there's so many letters. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter words, kindergarten. Or in sunfish, because sh is made with 2 letters, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, kindergarten, 7 letters. This is a lot of letters in our words right now. So we're going to take it nice and slow, and we're going to do the best we can, kindergarten, okay? I want you to write a sentence for me today using just one of your compound words. And your sentence today is, we saw the sunset from the ship. We saw the sunset from the ship. We're going to use just one of your compound words, all right? Just one of those long words because I know it can be a lot. Don't worry, we have all week to practice and you guys are going to do beautifully. I know you are. Let's see how many words are in your sentence. We saw the sunset. That's just one word. Remember, because we're taking 2 words and putting it together. That's one word. We saw the sunset from the ship. 7 words, but one of them is a compound word. Let's do it one more time. We saw the sunset from the ship. Take your time, do your personal best, and I'll see you when you're done. All right, kindergarten, so we have our new sentence today. I'm sorry, kindergarten, I just gotta tell you, I just got the nicest phone call from someone, and it was just so nice to talk to someone on the phone. You know what, we really should be doing that more and more. Instead of just like texting people, we really should be listening to people's voices. It is so awesome to listen to someone's voice when you can when you can see someone on Zoom or FaceTime someone. It just made my day, because you know, a big part of what I miss about you guys is hearing your voices. I don't get to hear you guys anymore, and I really miss that so much. So I'm sorry, Miss Dollar's a little happy right now because I got to hear someone's voice on the phone. It was a nice conversation. All right, kindergarten, I want you to find something that makes you really happy today, and I want you to think about whose voice you miss listening to. Whose voice do you miss hearing every single day? Okay, let's check out this sentence. Let's get back on track, kindergarten. So we had our sentence, and we are putting together 2 words to make a compound word this week. So our sentence, does it start with an uppercase, a capital letter? It sure does. Let's check for those finger spaces. I'm going to use my marker today. Looks good, looks good, looks good, and looks good. Remember, kindergarten, your finger spaces may vary. That means they may be different. You might be able to fit more words onto a line. You may be able to only fit just a couple. You may only have your words on 2 lines, 1, 2. You may have them on 3 like me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have a capital. We have our finger spaces. Let's check for a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point at the end. I put a period today. We don't need a question mark, and we'll read this sentence to see if we could put an exclamation point. Let's read it, shall we? Here we go. We saw, oh, that's a sight word. Here it is, kindergarten. Here is that compound word. Okay, I'm going to practice my clues. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to find the first 3 sounds, and then I'm going to scoop them. There's one. There's the other word. Okay, I'm going to read it. Sun, set, sunset. We saw the sunset from the ship. We saw the sunset from the ship. If you saw a sunset from a ship, would you be excited, or would you be like, no, we saw the sunset from the ship? Or maybe you're just like, we saw the sunset from the ship. I might be excited, because if I was on a ship, I would be so excited, and I bet that sunset would be beautiful. So I'm going to put an exclamation point. There we go. We saw the sunset from the ship. I might be really excited about that. Kindergarten, make sure that you check your sentence. Make sure that it looks like mine. If you put a finger space in the middle of sunset, I want you to erase that word, and I want you to practice writing it again without a finger space, because we're learning how to take those 2 words and put them together to make one compound word. And then I want you to draw the most beautiful sunset of your life. And I want you to draw a picture of you, itty bitty you, on a ship looking at that beautiful sunset. All right, kindergarten, you are doing a great job. We are happy today. We are excited today. It is a great day. I might still eat a taco later today because it's Taco Tuesday. I will see you guys later. Here is your warm fuzzy. Bye.